Sunday lunch diplomacy. You know that awkward moment after an argument, when nobody wants to be the first to say sorry? You're both waiting, both pretending everything is fine, both reaching for the breadbasket without making eye contact. Yeah. English has a phrasal verb for that exact moment, and it's today's episode we will discover it. Let me share with you a personal story. Last year, my cousins Marco and Lucia fell out. Badly. Nobody in the family knew exactly why. These things are never fully explained. But for 3 months they didn't speak. 3 months of separate Sunday lunches. 3 months of my aunt making 2 versions of every dish, so nobody had to sit at the same table. It was exhausting for everyone, especially the aunt. And then one Sunday, without any announcement, without any dramatic conversation, they both showed up at the same lunch. Marco brought wine. Lucia brought dessert. They sat down. They ate. They made up. Nobody said sorry out loud. Nobody explained anything. There was just pasta. And then it was over. That's the Italian way of making up. Not a conversation, not a hug, a second helping, and a shared tiramisu. The argument dissolves into the food, and nobody mentions it again. Make up means to reconcile after an argument, to repair a relationship that was damaged. You make up with someone. They finally made up after weeks of silence. We had a fight on Monday and made up by Wednesday. Have you two made up yet? And notice, make up doesn't mean the argument never happened. It means you've decided the relationship matters more than being right. That's actually a very grown-up thing to do. Marco and Lucia figured it out over tiramisu. Some people take years, some people never do. Let me share another example. Elton John and his mother didn't speak for 11 years. 11 years of silence, and then they made up. No press conference, no public statement, just 2 people who decided that enough was enough. Sometimes making up is quiet. Sometimes it's just showing up with wine and sitting down. Sound familiar? Now it is your turn. Finish these sentences out loud, say them once, slowly, and repeat them several times. That's why it sticks. The last time I made up with someone was blank. It's hard to make up with someone when blank. I wish I could make up with blank. In short, make up, reconcile after an argument, repair a relationship. Marco and Lucia did it over tiramisu. Elton John did it after 11 years. The breadbasket is always waiting. The question is when you decide to reach for it. Next episode, open up. Why Italians say everything and reveal nothing, and what it actually means to share what you feel in English. See you there.